Hey yo, it's your boy Sin. Hey look man, this is in response to my brother's video. So I agree with what you were saying. However, this is excuse my hands, I was working on my helicopter. This is actually I'm gonna let the world be privy to a conversation that I would ordinarily just call my brother and be like, yo. But here's the thing. So I agree with everything he's saying. However, let's get to the root of the issue. It has nothing to do with the cops. It has nothing to do with being black and none of that. Well, a little bit with being black, but we'll get into that maybe another time, depending on how this goes. But so here's the issue. Here's the issue. Okay, you have these YNs. All right, not all. So don't. I'm not talking about all. Majority. That's questionable also. But you have some of these young guys, men, and specifically men, all right, who were raised by females. And so I'm going to use the term. A lot of people are going to get triggered and not even listen to what I got to say, but it's the truth. Just remove the harshness and listen to what I'm saying, all right? Bitch raised dudes. A lot of bitch raised dudes. How did your mom react when she got emotional? So they're raised not intentionally, but this is what they see. This is how you react to situations. Without a man being present to show you, that's not how a man act. A lot of people, it's a lot of it's a lot of backlash with, telling little boys, well, you ain't supposed to cry. Mm. My thing is, it's not about you're not supposed to cry or whatever. It's learning how to manage your emotions. Men are not emotional. So when you see a man reacting emotionally, red flag. Y'all be at your ears, boy. Promise you he is. Promise you he is. Dive into that young man's past. Bet you he bitch raised. Raised by grandma, some aunties or something. Promise you. I promise you. That's the issue. That's the issue. Females raising dudes. It don't work. It don't work. Females do not have the same emotional. They not. Y'all wired emotionally. Men are not. We are logical thinkers. Some Spock ass dudes. That's how we supposed to be. Just straight. How is this supposed to work? Boom, boom, boom. This is what you're supposed to do. That's it. That's how we are. But when you start mixing emotions with that shit wild, bro. So, again, emotional dudes paying attention to their mom and not the men in their life, or their moms not providing men in their lives. Look, man, you don't have to have a father in the house, but you got a brother. You got an uncle that you can, great uncle, somebody, man. You got to expose these young men to men and not other men that were bitch raised. Like, don't continue the cycle. Like, men. This man right here, men. You need men. I remember dudes used to come over to my house to talk to my dad. I used to come home and dudes be sitting in there with him. You need a man in your life, young dudes. You need a man in your life. Go talk to one if you know the dude across the somebody. Stop relying on just paying attention to your mom, because that's what it's gonna get you. Your window busted out and punched in the face, and not necessarily by a cop. because you emotional. Stop being emotional, y'all.